Hey friends, I think today is the day that I've got to deal with this and this. It's so bad. I don't think I can ignore it anymore. I was gonna take a nap. We just got home from church and thought about taking a nap, but I was like, ew, I really don't think I can just keep ignoring all the dump piles in my homeschool room. So come with me as we tackle this homeschool space. So we're gonna start with our carts. So this was our smart cart last year and it worked really well. It's a huge disaster because it's the end of the year and stuff just kind of got shoved in here. And then this was our arts and crafts cart, and it is absolutely disgusting. You see that? Oh my god. There's bunny rabbit food. Yeah. We're not gonna use this as an art cart next year. We're gonna use it, I don't know. I'm gonna leave both of these in here. That way I can maintain it and it doesn't get like this. But I don't know what I'm going to put on it yet, so stay tuned. I'll give you a tour after. But I feel like this is the most manageable place to start. And hopefully it'll motivate me to continue with this and this and that. Yeah, so let's see how much we can get done today. There was so much stuff in these carts, y'all. It didn't take too long, but I think I went through like a whole container of Lysol wipes as I was cleaning the homeschool space this day. And here I am. You're going to see I tried to fit my pen box in there, and of course all the stuff fell out. And I was really bummed because like it wouldn't fit in any of those little things. But I just can't live without all my flare pens and my pen case and everything. I have so many of them. I'm obsessed with them. But I really like they're not gonna fit in a smaller thing. So, I'm gonna have to make do, just putting it on a bottom shelf. But here I am trying to like figure out how to fit everything in. I'm still not completely in love with how it ended up just because all of our Bible stuff, like the curriculum that we're going to use and our Bibles, they wouldn't all fit in the same bin or basket. And that was really bothering me. It still is bothering me. I may change it up again a little bit. I don't really know. I don't know. Maybe I might just put them all in like one of the bottom racks so that way it's all together. But then, I don't know. It's a lot of staring at it and thinking about it and changing it and thinking about it some more and going back to where it was and changing it again. Really just kind of until it feels right. And so I'm adding in our Bible stuff here, and I gathered up all the kids' Bibles and I'm putting them in, but I just don't love how they're not all together. I wish that they would all be in the same area, at least, like the same, I don't know, it just bothers my OCD brain that it's not all together. So I'm probably going to move it again. I'm pretty confident I'm going to move it again. But yeah, what are y'all using for your like morning basket, family subjects? It's called so many things. We call it our smart cart. My husband came up with that because we used to call it our morning cart, but a lot of times we do it after lunch. And so just because my kids are very different, my oldest likes to wake up super early and he likes to get his schoolwork done right when he wakes up. There's days that I get up and start making my breakfast and doing our morning chores, with our animals and everything. And he's already done with school. Like he likes to get it over with. He just likes to get up and get it done. Other two, not so much. My youngest, Olivia, she loves doing school, and she will come get me and be like, "Can we do school?" And so I'll have to. It's not a have to. Like I'm thankful that she is that way, but I might be in the middle of doing dishes or laundry or something, and I'll stop what I'm doing and I'm like, "Okay, let's go do your reading or whatever." My middle child, Luke, it's definitely a struggle. He's definitely more of the typical, I have to pull him and drag him, and he does not want to do school. Every Monday during the school year, when I tell him, okay, it's time to do school, come to the table, he's like, what? What? We're doing school? What do you mean? Like, what? Every week and without fail. It could be the middle of the school year. We've been doing this for months and months and months. He acts so shocked that we have to do school. It's hilarious. So here I am. I really, really, really wanted to try to fit that all about reading stuff in the cart, but it just didn't work out. There's so much stuff, so many components to that. There's like letter tiles and flashcards and book, like a binder and several books in there. Yeah, there's just a lot of pieces, a lot of moving pieces. And so I was trying to figure out a way to like put it in the cart, but I think keeping it in its own little box like that is probably just the best way to keep it all together and not get lost. And yeah, so here I am just trying to clean up the table. There's stuff everywhere. I'm like getting kind of overwhelmed with all the stuff that I cleaned out of the carts. A lot of it was trash. A lot of it was stuff to like file away in storage because I keep all of their records. We don't have to in the state that we live in. We don't have to report anything. We don't have to keep any records for the state or anything like that. But for my peace of mind, I keep pretty much everything that we do that's like schoolwork. I don't keep every, thing that they draw or color necessarily, but if it's, worksheets, history, there's a lot of like history papers in there. When we do Story of the World, they always do a map and a coloring page that comes with it. And I'm not the best about putting it where it goes. I just will stick it in my smart cart. It's not very smart of me, but we do the best we can. Here I am taping up some books. I got the cheapest tape at Dollar Tree, and I do not recommend at all. It was very annoying. It was doing all the wrong. I feel like I'm gonna get rid of most of this stuff, to be honest, because we use the headphones and the stuff on top, but I don't know. I feel like we don't use most of this stuff.
We do. He
Okay.
really want us to keep the tablet.
Okay. Well,
But he want to get the tablet's power for the router.
to use them.
Yeah, if he even had power, then he would just be playing
All the time?
Yeah, it was so fun. But you can't.
Okay.
You're never getting the batteries.
You may want to. What is this?
What?
Like,
Can you show me what it is?
this thing. Alright, this is for the headphones. And everything else can go. Throw everything else away.
Not the tablet.
Not, I know. Hand me the trash can, please. Bring me the trash. Thank you. Do you want this book?
Yeah, light a flits on it.
Put it in your room.
The light a flits.
Yeah.
Hey, the other one that I'm doing is gonna be hard. I need more paper.
Okay. All this stuff is like.
Make the draft.
And then we did co-op, then I taught in preschool through 2nd grade. But we don't do co-op anymore. So I'm just wondering if I should keep it in case we do co-op again one day, or if I should get rid of it because I'm not gonna use it. So I don't know. Do y'all go to the co-op? Well, let me know. We have done 3. One was our cover school, and they just met periodically. So I didn't really consider that a co-op necessarily, but I mean, we did go there and do stuff. And then we were in one, our first year that we homeschooled, we were in one, and it was like their first year doing it. My friend did, and we really liked it. It was fun. But then the woman that was over it put her kids in a private school, so they don't homeschool anymore. So the co-op dissolved, and then our other co-op that we were in for like 5 years, and we decided to leave. So this will be our first year not in a co-op. I have a field trip group, and we get together with our friends all the time, but like I won't be teaching a class for the first time in my homeschool journey. which is weird. It's really weird. But I have all this teacher stuff that I don't know what to do with now. So, you know, I could sell it for sure, but I don't know if I'm gonna need it one day. So, I don't know. But let me know. Are y'all in a co-op? Have you done a co-op before? Do you like your co-op? How often do you meet? Let me know. I'm interested. Because co-ops are fun. We gained a lot from being in a co-op. It's definitely going to be weird this year not being in a co-op, for sure. See, I don't know. I don't know what to do with any of the stuff. This is flashcards. Oh my goodness gracious. My tangrams. This is all math manipulatives. And trash. Trash. It's just trash. Alright. Yeah, so I was cleaning out all this stuff and I really didn't know what I was going to keep. I ended up getting rid of a lot of the flashcards just because they were for younger ages, like a lot of, I don't know, like sight words and learning your numbers, a lot of preschool geared stuff, I would say. And my kiddos have definitely outgrown that stuff, but we did have some flashcards that were for like states and capitals, and I'm trying to think what else that I kept. Multiplication flashcards for sure, because we're still using those in division. And I may have kept some like addition ones, but these are the math boxes from The Good and the Beautiful, and I was reminiscing on how cute they are because, oh my gosh, like the kindergarten one has these little bitty cars and counting sticks and stuff, and they're just so cute. And these little highlights magazines. Do y'all remember those? Did you ever have those? I grew up in the 90s. I'm not a 90s. I wasn't born in the 90s, but I grew up in the 90s, and I remember getting like the highlights magazines. I don't remember if we got them at school or if I got them in the mail, but man, I loved those. Like, that was what it was all about back then, man. I loved those highlights magazines. And yeah, so I ended up keeping a good bit of this stuff, but a lot of it I got rid of. On the bottom, you'll see me in a minute, like, wiping down all those books. I just cannot bring myself to get rid of those books. They're all Usborne books. I used to sell, not really. I mean, so I used to be like an Usborne consultant, but I never sold them. I never, like, set up and sold them or did any, like, events or anything like that. I just wanted the discount. And I think it was when we first started homeschooling that I did that. And, yeah, I just ordered a lot of stuff for myself and I used the discount and got some stuff for free, but most of the stuff was just like a really good deal. And I just can't bring myself to get rid of them because, one, they're really expensive, but two, they're just really unique and cool, and I don't know, may just pass them down one day. Who knows? I'm gonna be honest. I do not want to deal with any of this stuff today. Oh my god, it's so bad.
Mommy,
Wow, look at that dragon. Very nice, my little artiste. Good job. It's kind of like I don't know where to begin, so then I just don't. but it's been like that for a few months now. And I really need to get my life together. So, it's also, I feel like if I start, I'm going to want to finish. And this feels like a big project. It feels like a lot, like a day, like a whole day. And I don't want to do, I don't want to. Yeah, so let's just start. We're just gonna do it. So please tell me that I am not the only one who lets their homeschool space look like this at the end of the school year, because I just cannot keep up with stuff during the school year. I feel like our priorities are just different during the school year versus in the summer. In the summer, I have a lot more time to just tackle projects like this, and not just like in our homeschool space, but just throughout the house. The summer is just the time for me to reorganize our cabinets, or, touch up paint, or I don't know, just different projects around the house. But this definitely needed my attention. I try to do it at least once throughout the school year, usually around like Thanksgiving or Christmas break, just because it gets very unmanageable if I don't. And I normally will just like play an audiobook or a podcast and just, commit to it for the day. It didn't take me the whole day this day. I really thought that it was going to. But I feel like I was done in a couple hours, like start to finish with everything, all the homeschool spaces that I tackled this day. I feel like it was just probably 2 or so hours. So I always build it up in my head like it's going to be this really big thing and it's going to take forever and I'm not going to have time because I have 3 kids and I have to cook dinner and yada, yada, yada. But in reality, if I just get up and get started, if I just start, a lot of times I just get motivated and one thing leads to another, and it doesn't even end up taking as long as I thought it would. So you'll have to let me know. Are y'all the same way? Do y'all do the same thing? Because I definitely don't want it to look like this. I definitely don't want it to look this bad. And I have systems in place to try to prevent it, but life happens. So here I am, like, really starting to lose steam and question all of my life choices. Oh, I should have just like put in an audiobook that day. Do y'all read? Like, let me know what y'all are reading. This is a bin of stuff that was just, none of it was in the right bin. It was just, and now there's a history bin that, like, I don't even remember making a history bin. I don't know why I would have a history bin, because we don't do any, like, experiments or anything with history. We use Story of the World history, so maybe I made a bin, like, when we first started, thinking that we were going to do a lot more activities than we do, but we kind of saved that energy for science and not history. We have done history projects and stuff, but it's not something that we do regularly, so I'm not sure how long that bin has been sitting there. Yeah. But anyways, back to books, because that's what I really want to talk about. I'm currently reading the Throne of Glass series for the first time, so let me know if you're a Throne of Glass girly. I have a couple friends that are obsessed. They say that it's their absolute favorite series ever. They've reread it over and over and over again. And these are people that read a lot. Like, I really do trust their judgment. I trust their book judgment, if I would say. And so I'm on the third one. I read Assassin's Blade and Throne of Glass, and now I'm on, I think it's called Crown of Midnight. And I'm about like a fourth of the way through, so I feel like I just started it. But I'm trying to hang in there. I did read ACOTAR back when it was first coming out, first popular, I don't know, a year or two ago, when it first, blew up on the scene. I'm not a romance girly, so, I mean, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't, I don't know if I would reread it, but from what everyone tells me, Throne of Glass is more plot and story and adventure and less romance. There's some romance for sure, and I'm totally fine with that. I just don't, I don't want to sacrifice the plot for the romance, if you know what I'm saying. So let me know. Have y'all read Throne of Glass? Are y'all deep into it like I want to be? Like I feel like we're on the cusp of it all starting, like things are building up. I can tell things are starting to happen. So yeah, I definitely have got some more reading to do, because there's, I think, 9, 8, or I don't know. There's a bunch in the series. And yeah, if I had all the time in the world, I would just sit and read and not stop. I'd just sit there and read all day. That would be amazing. We should do that. We should just make time for us moms to like go somewhere, not at home, because our kids would never, ever, ever let us do that. Maybe like a spa hotel or a cabin, at the beach, and just go for like a mom's trip and just read and hang out and read. Oh my God, I could read I would get so much done, but in the best way. Like, not housework and chores, but, books. That'd be amazing. Let me know. Do y'all read? What are you reading? What are you currently reading? Yeah, I really like, what's her name? Of course, I'm going to not think of it now. Kristen Hanna. I really like her stuff. And so committing to a huge series like Throne of Glass that has so many books in it is kind of daunting, because it's like, oh, I'm going to be here a while, versus a Kristen Hanna book. it's one and done, and it's amazing, and it wrecks you, it just totally wrecks you, and it just makes you think, and all these things happen, and you don't have 8 more that you're committed to, because the next book is just a different story. So anyways, let me know, what are y'all reading? What are y'all doing? These are some really cute posters that someone gave me. I had no idea what was in the tube because I had not opened it yet. It had just been sitting there. And here I am getting some sweet loves from my girl. But yeah, I had lots of stuff to wrangle this day, and I felt really, really good and accomplished after it was done. I definitely feel like it looks a million times better now. I'm sure it's not going to stay that way for very long, but that's how it goes. But I'm super thankful that I even have all this stuff. It definitely makes homeschooling a lot more fun. So, yeah. Okay guys, that's it for today. I'm calling it. I got a good bit, I feel like. Definitely looks better than it was. I've got to redo all of my labels. Most of them are correct, but there's a few that are not. But I got some really cute things from Dollar Tree that I'm going to put on there just because it's hard. I love my embossed label maker, but it's just really hard to see, like it's really small. So I'm gonna do something bigger, something especially that the kids will notice when they're coming to look for stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Get a shower. I feel disgusting after all that. It was very disgusting. It was just really gross. Very, very much needed for sure. Stay tuned for a homeschool room, homeschool space tour coming soon, and I'll let you know what is in all these boxes and what some of our favorite resources are. But make sure to give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe. It's a free way to support my channel, guys. Thank you, and I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.